A pleasant good night to my classmates, and also good night to Professor Dr. Rose McTeer. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and I hope that you enjoyed this day. So, my nonprofit organization is the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society, and my motto is creating a healthier Bahamas for you and me. Who is the BHWS? So the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society is a nonprofit organization, and our prospective date to launch is May 2023. The Bahamas Health and Wellness Society seeks to address metabolic syndrome diseases, and these metabolic syndrome diseases are overall hypertension, obesity, and other cardiovascular illnesses. The BHWS will also heavily focus on vaccines and vaccine hesitancy here in the Bahamas. Who do we plan to collaborate with? We plan to collaborate with Healthy Caribbean Coalition, the Office of the Prime Minister, Obesity Action Coalition, the Pan American Health Organization, and Sazon Health Foundation. All right, so the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society mission statement. The Bahamas Health and Wellness Society recognizes the need for an independent organization to assist the Bahamas government in reducing the overall mortality rate in the country. With only 22% of fully vaccinated Bahamians as of October 28, 2021, the country faces a massive health crisis and a collapsed healthcare system. This organization recognizes that immunocompromised individuals are at a higher risk of dying of COVID-19. And with an obese population, the COVID-19 mortality rate in the Bahamas will exponentially increase. The Bahamas Health and Wellness Society believes that a healthy population produces a healthy nation, and a healthy nation under God is the enemy of the world. So one of our first program in terms of vaccine will be tackling vaccine hesitancy in the Bahamas. And so the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society plans to tackle vaccine hesitancy by having one, peer-reviewed information on the vaccine and its effects, two, vaccine symposiums, and three, assisting in vaccine distribution. Vaccine symposiums and vaccine distribution. So the first thing we want to do is conferences. What we want to do is we want to have conferences throughout the Bahamas, so every island in the Bahamas. We want to explain what a vaccine is. What a vaccine is a vaccine is basically an artificially acquired acquired immune protection. So basically what that is basically when you have a vaccine and you get inoculated, the body, what it does is it produces antibodies to help you defend off diseases. And what we want to do is we want to explain that to people and explain to people where they can understand. Effects of a vaccine is, vaccines produces antibodies. And these antibodies, what they do is they give you a greater sense of protection, a greater protection if you were to get reinfected. The types of COVID-19 vaccines, we want to explain the types of COVID-19 vaccines to Bahamians. What we want to do is we want to explain that, number one, we have the mRNA vaccine or the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine. And those vaccines, what they do is they use the mRNA of the COVID-19 spikes, and what they do is mRNA transcribes the proteins of the spike, and then our body would then, once we get inoculated with it, our body would then produce antibodies against COVID-19. We also have the AstraZeneca vaccine, and the AstraZeneca vaccine, what it acts as an adenovirus vaccine, in which they have a virus in the vaccine like the flu. And once they inoculate that virus into you, then that virus has the COVID-19. And so once it replicates COVID-19 proteins. And then our body then would go and fight off that disease. Isn't it cool? And what else we want to do is we want to talk conspiracy theories. There are a lot of theories out there about the COVID-19 vaccine. It's just vaccine as itself. People say it's a mark of the beast. People say it's Bill Gates' way of trying to control population. It's one world order. What we want to do is we want to expel conspiracy theories with the facts. We want to make people, let people know that, hey, this vaccine will protect you. This vaccine will do two things. The first thing it will do is reduce the chances of you dying. Secondly, this vaccine will reduce hospital rates. And so how are we willing to distribute vaccines? Well, our organization is gonna, we wanna have a large land space built on it. And then what we wanna do is we wanna have like clinics in the organization that allow people to come to the BHWS and get inoculated. A next part of our mandate is to tackle obesity in the Bahamas. So what obesity is? Obesity is basically when the body starts to store fat at various parts and it becomes a health risk to the person. Currently, we have 40% obese women and 25% obese male, according to a PAHO in this country. So the Bahamas Health and Wellness will establish obesity programs that will attempt to address obesity in the Bahamas. And these programs are one, healthy school and community initiative, nutrition food assistance program, and obesity awareness month. And so the healthy school and community initiative is to one, establish safe and nutritious food guidelines that will be very useful for vendors and citizens. What we currently know is that right now for the lunch, the government lunch program, the vendors are not they're not adhered to have a strict nutritious diet, and what we want to do is we want to implement, we want to give guidelines, we want to assist the government and partner with the government so that those who are on this lunch program can be provided with safe and healthy and healthy food. We also want to seek permission from the Ministry of Education to launch physical education classes starting from pre-K. And this is, we want to get those, our babies and our kids exercising from a young age, because what we are seeing is that childhood obesity is becoming very prevalent in CARICOM countries. And at a community level, implementing more sidewalks for bicycle drivers, parks for runners, and various other initiatives will increase community level physical activity. So we want to get some money from our sponsors. We want to build more sidewalks so that persons can start riding bike. And guess what? Not only are we tackling obesity, but one of the good things is what we would be tackling as well is going green, right? Because as we ride more bikes, we can cut off the greenhouse gases that transmit into the atmosphere. And just, riding bike not only, helps you for your, helps your health, but what it does, it helps reduces climate change. And so that's actually really a good thing. And so the Nutrition Food Assistance Program is one of our third big initiatives. The Nutrition Food Program will help Bahamian citizens who cannot afford healthy foods at their local store. So what we know right now, currently that's happening is that we have high prices rising in groceries in America, even in the Bahamas. We also have 10% value-added tax on all bread basket items. So what we want to do is we want to have this food program where persons can come to the BHWS, and once they put their name on the list, we can actually provide them with coupons, maybe $100 coupons that would assist them in getting healthy food. What we also want to do is that this society will also petition to the government on food and pricing regulations to reduce buying healthy foods at the store. And what that means, and hopefully I didn't word that wrong, what that kind of means is what we want to do is buying healthy food is at a high price than buying junk food. So what we want to do is we want the government to realize, hey, let's get some equilibrium here going on. And so what we also want to do is this nutrition food program, we want to do it bi-weekly. Excuse me, we want to do it bi-weekly so that persons can be assured that at least 2 times of the month they would be assisted by the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society. And so what we also going to do is we're going to have Obesity Awareness Month. It aims to bring awareness about obesity and health associated risk. We know that in this country, the Bahamian diet is something that we all love. We love our macaroni, we love our crab count, we love our fries. We love so much of these items. What we want people to understand is the health associated risk. You can have it, but how much of it can you have at a time? What about your fiber? What about your proteins? What about your green leafy vegetables? What about your minerals? You know what I'm saying? And so this Obesity Awareness Month also aims to travel to different Bahamian islands during this month. I know symposium. These symposiums would be where we have question and answer periods on obesity, what is obesity, and what are the definite risks associated with obesity. And we also, and this is very, very important, we also want to support obese individuals and encourage them on their weight loss journey. Because what we are aware that people who are obese don't get enough attention, right? People who are obese are hated on, they are abused, they're cyberbullied. We want to encourage them on their weight loss journey. What we want to do is let them know that, hey, we are here for you and you are not alone. And finally, another big aim of this organization is to tackle cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular diseases have high fatality rates in the Bahamas, which is over 40%. We have high blood pressure, obesity, and smoking accounting for these cardiovascular diseases. So the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society will introduce programs that reduce smoking for those individuals that are addicted. Alcohol programs will also be introduced to tackle those that drink alcohol beyond the required amount per day. And through our obesity program, what we hope to do is we hope that the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society, we hope that it can also target the diet issues that currently contribute to cardiovascular diseases. Because what we know now is eating a lot of bad food, what it does, it increases something known as a low density lipoproteins. And these low density lipoproteins, what they do is once the liver cannot control this amount of cholesterol, it can travel to the heart muscles, it can deposit the food, plaque can build up, and what we get up is something called atherosclerosis, which is hardening of the blood vessel, which can restrict blood flow and it can cause a myocardial infarction, commonly known as a heart attack. And so this is the overall scheme of what this organization aims to do. So what we know is that right now, we want to get launched first. We have more ideas coming along for those vaccine information, obesity, and cardiovascular are our three main goals. So in conclusion, the organization knows the trying times that the country is facing, and it will partner with CARICOM, the United States NPOs, and others worldwide to bring much needed assistance to the Bahamas. It is not easy to manage a country without the help of nonprofit organizations. But what the government cannot do, NPOs can. And so the Bahamas Health and Wellness Society will engage in the necessary tools to be effective. And we believe that with the establishment of this NPO, the Bahamas will be one step closer to becoming a healthier nation. So I want to thank you, Dr. McTair. I want to thank you, classmates, for listening to this presentation. And hopefully you understand now the need for this NPO and how it can not only benefit you, but can benefit the country as a whole. Thank you very much. How's that, Andre?